Hey guys, how's it going? It's been a little while since the last real talk video, I think. Well, I mean, not as long as it could have been. Anyway, so if you follow me on Twitter or you're in my Discord, you probably already know what the video is going to be about if the title didn't give it away for you. I'm going to be talking about a little bit of drama with a particular VTuber. Actually two, um, whatever controller, two VTubers, both of which I actually have known. Uh, don't really know them anymore. And then we're going to talk about what I'm going to go into first is the metaverse, Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, and the pedo. We're gonna use a safe word here. The pedo allegations towards people in VR chat and how it's apparently rampant and all over the place. All right. Anyway, let's get right into it. So a lot of people were looking at like the metaverse trailers and shit, and how you don't have like the leg tracking, right? That they won't have it and shit like that. Like it's out, like not outdated, but like it's not up to VR chat standards, and it's not that. All right, you have to understand that Mark Zuckerberg isn't trying to make a VR chat. He is trying to make a platform that will make him more money. All right, he could get it to work. He just chooses not to because he wants his stuff to be more like like mainstream with his headset, right? If the headset that comes out for him and his fucking metaverse shit allows full body, it will be something specific to that headset, not you having to mix things together, right? So anyway, let's get on to the more pressing shit, the pedo allegations towards people that play this game and how it's rampant and yada yada. Now, any of you guys who have common sense know that there are people like that all over the internet, not just in this game, okay? It's nothing new. It's something that people don't typically want to talk about for some reason, right? Like for example, Moist Critical or Penguin Zeros on YouTube is his channel. You guys probably know who Charlie is, right? He goes by all three of those. If you're looking at his YouTube, it's Penguin Zero. If you see him on stream, most people call him Charlie or Critical, Moist Critical, right? Anyway, he kind of summarized the whole thing with Roblox. You can see that video on his channel where there was a guy who was actively seeking out minors, right? And apparently it was pretty straightforward with it and almost seemed like he was very proud of himself for being that kind of person. I think is pretty disgusting. But yeah, and Roblox is a vastly larger game than VR chat as far as player base goes. So the fact that the Roblox devs just kind of tried to sweep that shit under the bridge tells you like how much is done about it. The reason VR chat was trending on Twitter is mostly because of those allegations of how child predators can be all over this game instead of over the internet in general, is because like how do you defame another game, right? It's through running its name through the mud, right? So that's why, because if you think about it, the metaverse started popping up on Twitter, and almost immediately after that, that's when all this shit hit the fan with VR chat with the allegations of child predators and shit, right? So it's like people think he's dumb. He's not. He's trying to bring his game up into to the spotlight and making it to where people that are going to be newer to VR won't want to come to VR chat because they hear all the nasty shit that goes on with VR chat, right? Even though that's just an internet thing. So more people go to his game when it's made. He's not an idiot. He's got money. Even if he himself doesn't know shit about VR chat, he can pay people to do the research for him. You guys got to remember, money gets you just about anywhere, right? So the entire reason that it was trending is specifically because of our boy Zuckerberg, all right? So yeah, with that talked about and done, those nasty kind of people are everywhere over the internet, right? It was not a specific reason to target VR chat other than literally just defaming the name VR chat, right? To try and put the game through the fucking mud to make this game look as despicable as possible. So people are more inclined, like I said, this is people who are new to VR or are planning or thinking about getting VR will go to his game, right? For everybody who already plays VR chat and has been playing VR chat, you already know how the game works, right? You already know that the child predator people are already in this game. They're in Roblox, they're in any fucking game that you can talk to other people. They're on the internet in general, right? Like that's just how it works. All right. So we're done with that. We don't really need to talk about that. I think I kind of made my point pretty fucking simple. So let's go on to the other thing. There's a VTuber, I think their name right now is Sarah Rose Plays, who was apparently uh VTubing and is a very sexually active person through DMs towards other people. They messaged some of their fans that they ended up adding on Discord and got very sexual with them. And if that particular fan wasn't into that kind of stuff, ERPing and VR chat, uh, apparently they would get really cold towards them and almost not ever answer them and kind of just ignore them. It was like, you know, and I'm just role playing here, okay? I'm feeling in the mood for a little bit of frisky business. Go DM one of my fans. Pop, 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 boom. Oh, wait, they're not into it. Okay, fuck this person. Let's move on to the next, all right? I think that's kind of how it goes, right? Now, I know this person. I don't think we're friends on VR chat, but I have ran into them like I think it was like right before VTubing became popular and a few times before that. They've always been very lewd, just at like you could be around this person for like 10 seconds and just tell, right? 10 seconds and immediately tell. So it's not surprising to me. But what I wanted to bring up about this is like there's nothing wrong if you want to be like that, okay? But you can't be an asshole if the person's not interested, right? And coming off so straightforward is another problem. They're like you could have handled it better, right? Like if I was in their shoes, I wouldn't just go to my fans and immediately start trying to get, frisky with them. You kind of talk to the person, get to know them a little bit, and then maybe later on down the line if you're that open to it, right? But that's just me. Maybe that's just me overthinking it. I don't know. I think it was kind of dumb. Uh, I thought this video was going to be a little bit lengthier, but I don't think it is. Maybe this next topic will be, and this next topic will probably get me fucking buried 6 feet under just for talking about it because of how big this VTuber is. Sarah Rose is decently sized, I guess, for a VR chat VTuber, but this next one is much bigger. Zentreya is a much, much bigger VTuber. Okay, so anyway, let's get started with this one. Zentreya had posted something about a butt plug that had got sent to them or something through their mail, and JT, another person that I know, had tweeted out, "Is this a new Twitter scam?" Right? He was obviously being sarcastic, and Zentreya blocked him on the spot. So he tweeted out that he had got blocked. It was just like lmao, whatever about it. He didn't really care, right? Um, and I saw that tweet and I was like, I pretty much said that Zentreya was a manipulator, right? And I'm gonna explain why I say Zentreya is a manipulator. The tweet doesn't really do justice because somebody asked me to like elaborate on it, but it doesn't really do it all that much justice. But essentially, Zentreya is somebody that I considered a really good friend because they always came around to hang out. Now Zentreya was a mute, mind you. I think they use text to speech in their streams right now, so still technically a mute to some extent. But yeah, they were mute in VR chat. They did not speak and they did not text to speech either. My problem with Zentreya comes in the fact that, again, I consider this person a really good friend of mine. They were funny. It was great to be around them. We had plenty of great interactions. But I noticed that when I had met them, they were around Zigneon a lot. Now, Zigneon is a topic for a whole nother video because I don't know what the fuck happened to that dude. But Zentreya hung out with Zigneon a lot. And then because I knew Zigneon, I happened to run into Zentreya pretty often, and then me and Zentreya started to hang around a lot, and this is where I really considered him a good friend. They streamed, I streamed, Zigneon streamed, everybody had a good fucking time, yada yada. But then Zentreya started hanging around other people, more popular people than me, right? Some shit happened between Zentreya and Zigneon, which is why Zentreya didn't stick to Zigneon because they got into like some beef, so Zentreya, after that, kind of hung around me a lot more. And then through me, they met people like Ashenera, Nags, Oathmill. I don't think they ever really hung out with Oathmill too much, but they did hang around a lot with Nags. And eventually, they only hung out with Nags a lot, right? They didn't come around me as often anymore. Didn't really talk to me through Discord anymore. We kind of had a little bit here and there, but I kind of felt like I was being like left off in the fucking back of the room, right? So that was already red flag number one. But you know, at the time, I was very naive and didn't really want to believe that people were really this kind of scummy. So anyway, Zentreya kept hanging out with Nags a lot, and then eventually Nags did that whole RP with Landfear, and Zentreya started hanging out with a lot of those people who streamed over there too for the RP purposes. But eventually Zentreya kind of just got off on their own thing and didn't really need anybody from VR chat anymore. So they stopped talking to a lot of us people, including people like DSMT, who gave Zentreya quite a bit of money. Like they donated quite a bit of money to quite a few people, including Zentreya, right? And Zentreya has not like Zentreya doesn't even fucking know DSMT exists anymore. I'll tell you that much, and I'm pretty sure DSMT gave probably $1,000+ to Zentreya, right? Which is a lot of money, right? Now DSMT is a good friend to me. Like I love that guy, and I don't think he deserves to be treated like just a wallet, an open wallet to take money out of. So it's really a shame that he just kind of got tossed to the side, right? But Zentreya essentially used VR chat has stepping stones. Well, the heads of other streamers has the stepping stones to get up to where they are now. But if you don't know that, you wouldn't believe it, right? You had to have been around me and other people who saw it happen, right? Which is the whole entire point of why I called Zentreya a manipulator in the first place, right? There's even another thing that had happened because everybody assumes Zentreya is a female, right? Because they were mute, like the viewership that they had. Most people considered Zentreya female because it's like, oh, it's mute, it's probably a female, right? I don't care. I didn't care if they were female. I didn't care if they were male. That's the God's honest truth. I don't care, right? They were somebody I considered as a friend, and I didn't mind hanging out with them whenever the chance came, right? Now, at one point, they got into some shit over Twitter and stuff because apparently it was a male voice, and everybody was like, wait, Zentreya's a guy, this is fucking livid, or like they lied about some shit, right? Like they said they were female and lied about it. I don't remember the exact details of what started the shit, but a Discord was made that had all of the VR chat streamers in it to talk about this, right? And this is when I was still friends with Zigneon before he went off, and did whatever the fuck he's doing now. But he invited me in there because I asked him like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why is Zentreya under fire right now, right? And he invited me to the Discord, and they told me some shit. And like everybody in there was so hostile towards what they did when they came across me with it, right? Like they weren't being hostile towards me; they were just being hostile with their words about Zentreya, and I was like, yikes, right? And it was my own fault for thinking Zentreya did some bad shit, but I tried to message them and they didn't respond to me, so I assumed that it was true just because they didn't respond to me, and I unfriended them at the time because they're like that. I was like, okay, fine, be like that. If you don't want to talk to somebody, that I guess you didn't consider as a friend, whatever, fine. And in that Discord, I kept on like keeping up with it. I didn't say a whole lot, but I think Little Bagel had made the Discord, and I ended up making a video that was a private video that was only in that Discord. And it was kind of like me standing in a neutral point telling Zentreya, like, just come talk to us so we can understand this more, right? Like, if we fucked up, we'll apologize. I will apologize. I can't say anything for everybody else in the Discord, but I'm sure they'll come around. And if we're right, like just tell everybody the truth. Like just get it out there, tell everybody the truth. Let's blow this under the bridge, right? It was a private video. It's not up anymore. I deleted it because we didn't end up needing it, right? But everybody in the Discord pretty much looked at the video and said, yeah, that's a really good video. Definitely put it out there if anything gets worse, right? But I end up not doing that. I kept the video and nothing happened of it. At one point, Bagel actually came back and was like, I made that video to expose all of you guys for just like bandwagoning on drama and shit, and I was like, I didn't really quote too much on it, but I was sitting there thinking, Bagel, I was the only person in that fucking Discord that was neutral. Like I don't know why you're blasting me with this all of a sudden. Like what? But whatever. That's a different topic. Anyway, yeah. So Zendrea actually came to me sometime after that, uh, and apologized for the shit that happened. I apologize. I thought, okay, cool, we're back on friendly terms. This should be really fucking fun, right? Like, we're gonna have a good fucking time again, right? And they came in through Discord messages and stuff a little bit. But I noticed after not very long, they started just kind of not talking to me anymore. They would ignore a lot of things. I'd send them some stuff, They wouldn't say anything because Zentreya was a memer, funny person, so I would send memes back. They would send memes to me, but I noticed they just stopped responding to a lot of my stuff, and eventually I was just like, okay, I guess they don't care anymore. They just added me back because at the time I was gaining a little bit of popularity streaming. Or a little bit more popularity, and I guess they were just using me for a potential. If he takes off, I can bandwagon off of him like I already did with everybody else getting up to this point. But now they're a big streamer, right? Zentreya is such a big streamer that the part that I welcome the drama to myself is if their white knights catch wind of this video or Zentreya themselves catches wind to the video, that they come and like badmouth me. I don't care, honestly. Like, you weren't there. You weren't there in 2018 to experience this, so you don't even have any room to defend or like attack Zentreya. Like, you can't defend Zentreya, you can't attack Zentreya unless you were actually there, right, and saw it happen, right? Now, I have to clarify that this is just my experience, and none of you watching this video have to believe it. I probably should have said this at the start of the rant, but whatever, I don't care anymore. Like I said, I don't care if I get hate, if this video gets absolutely blasted with dislikes. Don't care, bro. I literally don't care. You like white knight all the fuck you want. Anyway, um yeah, that's just the experience that I had. I did consider Zentreya a really good friend. Zentreya, by the way, is a man. They brought a female person onto one of their streams to talk at one point, right? But Zentreya is a guy. Zentreya has always been a guy. The voice reveal that they did, it was just an act. There is no female Zentreya. It is only male, right? So the VR chat viewers that really wanted Zentreya to be a female that may not even be around anymore, yeah, it was a guy. So yeah, whatever. So that being said and done, I would absolutely still love to. Uh, it kind of, I don't know. It seems kind of dumb to say this, but I genuinely miss the fun that I had with Zentreya, and I wish that it stuck around because Zentreya was at the time one of the few people that I considered not a streamer but an actual friend, and I thought they considered me the same. But the fact that they just used me and so many other people, including like high donating people that used to donate lots of money back during the early VR chat streaming days. They just used them as stepping stones to get up to where they are now. It hurts me. It really does. I know me and DSMT, my friend DSMT, talked about it. He's really hurt by it too. But I mean, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Life isn't fair. Tough luck. Suck it up. Tough shit, right? We keep going on. But I thought I'd talk about this because I wanted to after that little thing on Twitter with JT. Me and JT aren't exactly the closest friends. We don't have a lot of time to talk to each other ever, but it's mainly because he's on the other side of the planet. Usually he's asleep when I'm up, and you know how that goes if you're an internet person yourself or you play VR chat and you have a lot of friends on the other side of the planet, right? But yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. Hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Uh, Hopefully we don't get a whole lot of fucking white knighting going on because it kind of saves me trouble. But if it does, so what? I'll deal with it like every other time that I've had drama. You just ignore it or tell people why they're a fucking idiot for saying some dumbass shit. That's one of my favorite things. Anyway, you guys have a fantastic day. Go watch the Elden Ring video and the League videos. I don't think I'll post anything else this week. I said I was going to try and do 3 videos, but I don't think I really have time to do that. I still have stuff of my own to do, including playing more Elden Ring and recording that because I'm having a genuine blast with it. So, yeah, go watch the Elden Ring video. I'm going to try maybe tomorrow. I'll try editing more of the League footage to put up, but I have a lot of videos. Like, I don't know which ones are which anymore because I recorded them in segments, so one video per game instead of just like recording the whole thing through, which I think is better because then you can just kind of skim through them instead of having like a 4 hour long mash of videos and trying to figure out which one is which and where a game starts and where it ends, right? So I'll probably try to. If I don't get anything out this week, right, starting from Monday onward, it'll be out on the weekend. That I put another League video out and some more Elden Ring videos out too, because I'm genuinely enjoying the game. If you haven't played it, go play it, go buy it. Not sponsored, by the way. Anyway, y'all have a fantastic rest of the day, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye bye.